A month ago, the Senate President suspended Senator Ningi, a senator representing Bauchi Central, over budget padding. The President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, submitted 2024 appropriation bill to the National Assembly in 2023, of which it was passed into law in 2024, 1st January. But upon the revelation of Senator Ningi that the budget was padding to a tune of 3 trillion naira, which, if you look at it carefully, that was like a budget during the PDP era. But maybe because of the way the economy of the country and the world is today, is the reason why we are budgeting over 27 trillion naira to spend for the year 2024. Of which a chunk of this money is going for servicing of debt, and as well, we are borrowing as well. Now, when the senator raised this alarm that the senators are pardoning the budget, instead of the senators to look at this carefully, critically, and look at how this matter can be resolved amicably, they jump at the whole issue and went ahead to suspend the reputable senator, as most Nigerians may have it right now. Now, the Senate President, in a parliamentary meeting outside the source of Nigeria, when I asked about the situation with Senator Ningi, he went ahead to say that.
I haven't seen the letter yet. Well, Senator Ningi is one of us, so I mean, what is suspension? We expect that in a few days he will join us, so it's not a problem.
Thank you very much.
It will be resolved amicably.
Thank you.
The Senate is a family.
Because if you look at Nigeria carefully, most times when our leaders are not in Nigeria, they tend to make this kind of statement. But once they are back, everything turn around. So, will the Senate call back Senator Ningi? What happened to his constituency? This brings us to the issue of this APC-led government, which we have always advocated for them to think issues through before taking decision. They went ahead to jump at everything, and that is the reason why the Nigerian economy is suffering as of today. An ugly incident happened during the week in Anambra State. We know that since His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi contested for the presidential seat in 2023 general election, Anambra have been a spotlight because he comes from that state. Now, the unfortunate incident happened in Anambra State, in Oye local government area of Anambra State, where a man who was alleged to be part of those who refused to sell land to some certain people or having an argument, of which the Nigerian police force went ahead to arrest some of those people. Upon reaching the house, the father was not around. I mean, the man was not around. And they took away the wife. And this is what the report have about this particular issue. According to Vanguard, a pregnant woman, Mrs. Masioma Oli, in Oyo local government of Anambra State, is in a devastating mood following the loss of her pregnancy during 8 days of detention at the Zone 13 police headquarters in Anambra State. Now, how can you detain a woman that is pregnant for 8 good days? She is not a suspect here. She is not the one that committed any form of crime. But then you went for the husband. You couldn't find the husband. And then you pick her up. Probably for the fact that maybe the husband will come for her. 1 day gone, 2 days gone, 3 days gone. And you know that this woman is pregnant. Or let's give them a benefit of doubt. That they don't even have a knowledge that this woman is pregnant. And they kept this woman for 8 good days. It was gathered that the police had to arrest Masoma, who they could not, when they could not lay hands on her husband over a land dispute in the area. According to the indigene of that community, Mr. Jude, who said the dispute has torn the area apart, called on the state governor, Professor Charles Soludo, and other stakeholders in the state to intervene in the worrisome situation before it leads to loss of more lives. This is more like the issue in Delta State. We had the issue in Delta State over crisis, the land crisis and all of that. And we saw what happened to the military personnel who allegedly went there for peacekeeping, of which they were killed. But In as much as that story is still somehow to believe from the both parties, both the side from the military and the side from the community, this one from from Anambra State is something that Nigerian government need to look into seriously. How can you pick up a woman who has nothing to do with the particular issue, even if the husband is being accused to have committed a crime? Why don't you wait to arrest the husband, but you picked her and locked her up for complete 8 good days? I thought that in our constitution we have it that someone cannot be locked for more than 24 hours before charging the person to a nearby court. But it's so unfortunate that everything goes in Nigeria. We have become so lawless. Our law enforcement agents who are supposed to enforce the law are probably now partaking in the unlawfulness. Because we have seen from several issues where people are being arrested but are not being charged to court. We have seen the issue with the case between the Erisco tomato and the Erisco tomato and Chioma, who reviewed the product or complained about the product on social media, of which the lady is languishing in detention with so many allegations here and there that the Nigerian police didn't do diligence in their investigation before arresting her, and the manner at which she was arrested is still questionable up to date. Now back to this same issue. The Masoma husband is a member of the community village group and one of those opposed to the illegal attempt to sell our community land by some of our elders. When the men of Zone 13 police came to arrest those who do not want our land to be sold, since we had shared it among the various families, they could not find Masioma's husband. They arrested his pregnant wife. Can you imagine? For 8 days she was in detention, and it was during this period that she had a miscarriage and lost her 3 months pregnancy. The police had to let her go when she was almost dying in detention. Now this will bring us to the issue of Meze Nnamdi Kanu. Meze Nnamdi Kanu has been complaining because he has been saying that they are not attending to him properly at the detention. Now you see, until they see that somebody is about dying, then they'll let the person go. Is that how it's supposed to be? But this is a country that has rule of law. But why is it that we find it very difficult to follow the laws and the rules in order to make things work appropriate? The man went ahead to say, the situation in our kindred now is that those who want to sell our land by force have been harassing us with police from Abuja, such that all the men in the village no longer sleep in their house for fear of arrests. I believe that the governor of Anambra State is aware of this, and something needs to be done immediately to avert this behavior from any human being in that region. What do you make of this? Let's have a take at the comment section. Thank you for watching.